Welcome everybody to the Slingshot Racing Short Track Championship Series. I am your host, Jacob Nickerson, being held together with Cam Gillens, who's going to be doing most of the production work here. It's been a bit of a chaotic start here, but that's fine. We have a nice evening, maybe a nighttime you could call it, day at New Smyrna Speedway. It's sitting at a nice 79 degrees Fahrenheit. You got some windage. There's a little bit of windage. We got a bit of a 8-mile-an-hour wind going southeast, and it's very humid out too. It's 68 degrees humid. But that's nothing for us. I mean, it's a little, feels like you're walking through soup a little bit, but it's fine. 1 second. There we go. And yeah, we're looking for a great day for racing. I think we got 9 cars. 10 cars. We got 10 cars on the grid today. And looking at the random draw heats, I believe it has been Benson Weaver. No, Johnny Rapp wins the lottery, starting on the pole position. So you have, starting for these heats, you have Johnny Rapp, Jacob Phillips, Benson Weaver in third, Brian Brobst, newcomer to the series, in fourth, Braxton DeWeese in fifth, Steve Vest in sixth, Rob Liedel in seventh, Paul Hahn in eighth, and Justin Wilson in ninth. I must have miscounted. There is indeed 9 cars. Yeah, Justin Wilson, defending champion right now. He lost the lottery starting in the rear, but that's nothing he can't overcome. There we go. Yeah, we're just waiting for these guys to get gridded up here. We got 2 people who seem to have missed the start. They could just be sitting around, playing it safe, See, Brian Brope, has had an issue. He has disconnected from the session for now. He's gone to rig up all the old setup, bring it home for a little bit, tinker with it, and be right back, I would imagine. As we get lined up here, everybody's warming their tires. Everybody's got their setups pretty well figured out by now, I'd assume. And yeah, we got a little bit of a, how do you do? 3 wide on the restart. Not the restart, the pacing, but you get what I mean. Yeah, we're all getting rigged up here. Pace car's ready to peel off, and these guys are ready to let them loose. Tell you what, though, it is a night race. I am getting a little bit tired, but we're still going to stick in it with this here. And we're green, we're off! Very calm timing. Very calm race so far. Everybody's kind of just hanging out, doing their own thing. You got Steve Vest coming out of the pits to take the green flag for the heat race. Can Devin Jack make the bottom work? Can Jacob Phillips figure out a way around Johnny? They are both keeping each other head to head. Oh, they touch a little bit going to the line. And I think that is Jacob Phillips almost getting clear on the outside, but not quite. We're still 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. Johnny Rapp trying to hold on. The car's getting a little loose on him, but he's still holding it. He's good. You have Braxton Luis already making his way up to almost second place. Hanging out on the outside as Phillips gets himself clear, but not yet. He gets Johnny Rapp on his inside again. He's clear. Yep, he's good. Jacob Phillips retaining the lead, sorry. And Phillips almost hitting the wall, but he's good. The rest of it is just side-by-side action. As you have Benson Weaver trying to make a move on Justin Wilson. You got 3 wide action coming. Phillips makes his way through it. You have... oh, almost. Benson trying to get it. Oh, we have a little bit of contact between the Justin Wilson and I think that was Philip. And a little bit more contact with Justin Wilson as he tries to get himself wild back up with Paul Hahn. No, he's back into the game. His head is back in it. As he tries to make his way up the pack, Benson has to check up and Justin's around! So is Paul Hahn. It was calm until it wasn't. I think Justin got his tires a bit angry, tried to rally himself back up there, a little bit of haste. There is only 3 laps to go in this heat race here. So I'd imagine he was trying to get himself up to position. But it just was not happening. He ended up making some risky moves, and those risky moves did not pay off. But very minimal damage, so that 50 8 machine, sorry. Very little damage to that 58 machine, so I imagine he's going to be able to rally back up to the front here. That's kind of his shtick now. He kind of gets involved in incidences, and then things happen, and then he gets himself back up there. So you see they're running very close side-by-side action between Justin Wilson and Paul Hahn. Justin Wilson just trying to get as much pace as possible, and then gets into the back of Benson, and then that just sends him around. Paul Hahn, nowhere to go. Absolutely nowhere to go. We get geared up for this restart here. And Steve S trying to catch up to the pacing laps. See if he can make himself a factor. We have some connectivity issues with Braxton DeWeese. Hopefully that doesn't persist and that doesn't affect his championship run in the standings. So no, right now you have 3 main players in the point standing. Sorry, not playoffs. This isn't NASCAR. We do things the right way, and that is Braxton DeWeese, Justin Wilson, and Rob Liedl all trying to battle for this championship here. We only have a handful of race days left, so the intensity has definitely been cranked up a fair amount. They've taken that dial, they've gone, and then it goes, oh, it's up now. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones, you know what I mean? We're getting side by side now for the restart. Pace car lights are off. Braxton trying to become the pace car, but no, he decides to back off again. To be side by side with the 52 of Johnny Rapp. Jacob Phillips being hungry on that inside second row, thinking he can make something happen. Can he make something happen? Alright, pace cars coming off the green flag. Johnny gets a jump and a half. Johnny caught Braxton DeWeese sleeping. Braxton DeWeese caught him sleeping. He's on the outside. He's on the outside. Johnny, can he make it stick? Johnny gives him room, kind of, as little bit of room as possible, but he still gave him room. You gotta come in on that one. Justin's in the wall again after bouncing off of Rob Liedl. Benson's around into Rob Liedl. Benson was saying about how loose the setup was. But we are on the final lap. Coming around to the last set of turns. Braxton DeWeese on the outside, Johnny on the inside. Braxton on the outside, Johnny on the inside. Johnny gets a little bit of run coming on the outside. Can Braxton make it happen? I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna have to get the slow motion cameras on that one, because that was a finish and a half. Holy. The ticker's saying Braxton DeWeese by 0.013 seconds. But man, that was a heat race, man, I tell you. You can definitely tell the intensity has racked up. I think the wind is playing in a factor, because we have a lot more spins happening than normal. See, one thing is that angry winds, but 8 mile an hour going against the side of the car, that can cause some stuff. That can definitely cause some stuff. So yeah, as I got a little bit too wrapped up into the finish there, the finishing positions for that heat race is Braxton DeWeese bringing it home in first for the heat race, barely squeaking by Johnny Rapp. Again, 0.013 seconds. You can't get closer than that. Then you have Johnny Rapp in second, painful second. Jacob Phillips in third. Paul Hahn in fourth. After getting tied up with the incident with Justin Wilson, he was able to bring himself back up. Good on him. A very golf clap to that man. You have Rob Liedl in fifth. Justin Wilson finishing sixth. Benson Weaver finishing seventh. Steve Vess finishing eighth. And Brian Brooks, who appears to have broken, and he will not make a lap. He has not come back in. I'm going to guess he went to go change the motor. Thought he could do it in time, but the boys, they weren't fast enough. They definitely need some coffee in them or something. Yeah, that was a heat race and a half. I'm very happy with how that turned out. Yeah. As we get ourselves a little bit more tweaks for the race. It's going to be a 35 lapper like always. People are just giving a little bit of tweaks to the setup. They've noticed some things in the heat races and seeing what they can fix and whatnot, but that time has come to an end as we have 5 seconds left in the warm-up. And I believe we are getting ready to grid. We're gridding up for the feature race, ladies and gentlemen. This is where everything matters. Everything is on the floor. I'm on the floor. The cars are on the ground. The cars, hopefully all tires are on the ground, you know what I mean? So you need to get your seatbelts fashioned and all that. It's gonna be something. Hopefully we don't see any more centipede action on the start like we did last time. Waiting on the last two cars to get in the grid. The two front runners of Johnny Rapp and Braxton DeWeese. We have, is Braxton DeWeese going to make the start is the question. Braxton DeWeese has made the grid. He is going to make the race. The pace car is off. We're getting ready to line up. Again, your starting grid is going to be Braxton DeWeese starting in first. Next to him will be Johnny Rapp. Interestingly enough, a flip of how the heat race ended, with Braxton on the inside and Johnny on the outside. You have Jacob Phillips in third, Paul Hahn, in fourth. You got Rob Liedl in fifth, Justin Wilson in sixth, Benson Weaver in seventh, and Steve Vest in eighth. We have quite the field today. Fans are packed into the stadium, stands, whatever you want to call them. Again, Braxton with those connectivity issues. We'll see if that comes into effect later on today. He's crossing his fingers, hoping not. His pet gerbil's chewing on those Ethernet wires, but he just keeps being like, go away, get off it. And, yeah, gotta hate it when you get those pet gerbils around biting wires and all that stuff. Next thing you know, you've been yeeted off the internet and thinking it's somebody else's fault and find out it's a gerbil. And you gotta hate it. Everybody's been there, right, guys? We're a green flag. We're going out here. The pace car's off. The pretty even jump between the top two. And you have Paul Hahn trying to make it work on the outside around Jacob Phillips. He is slacking off a little bit, does not make it work. Braxton DeWeese gets clear of Johnny. He is now in runaway mode. He is now running a marathon. He sees the pack behind him. He needs to create some space before those hungry competitors behind him get too hungry. And the car is trying to get into the single file as Paul Hahn gets trained on the outside. Oh, Paul Hahn sends it in a little hard in the back of Justin. Justin is spun around. He was not anticipating. You just have Paul wanting to he misjudged his braking area or something, but he hauled it into that corner and got in the back of Justin. Racing instances, we've seen it happen many a times this season. And as you're about to see here, Paul Hahn just gets washed up, stuck on the outside. He doesn't know where to go, what to do. Nobody was getting any help to anybody. Both of them trying to get around Rob Liedl there, but he was just too fast, too furious. And see Paul Hahn finally getting on the inside, misjudging his braking area, and then around it goes Justin Wilson. But we've seen it before. We've seen this man wreck. We've seen that car in pieces. And after that car's been in pieces, he's been able to pull it back together and get a win off. So. Quick. There we go. A little bit of edits behind the scene, but we're good. As we're on board with Braxton DeWeese, who was leading that. He did not want to see that caution come out. He was sailing away. But you see this man, he is focused, both hands on the wheel, gripping it, white-knuckling it. I tell you, they need to get about 2 or 3 crewmen over the wall just to get his hands off the steering wheel. He's gripping it so hard, man. Yeah, you just have him, no warming tires, no swerving, just focus. And everybody else here gets wrapped up double wide. Pace car lights are off. We're going green this time around. Not much changes to the starting order right now. I think we've kind of racked it up the same way we started, to be honest, which is quite interesting. Because we have had some passing happen, we just end up the same way. Green flag is there, Braxton gets a jump and a half. Johnny was anticipating a little bit, maybe a jump and a quarter. But he's back in runaway mode. He is focused. We have Rob Beetle trying to make a move on the outside of Jacob Phillips. Can he make it stick? No, they're just gonna, chill, single file. It's a long race. Still got about 15, 25 laps to go. I'm bad at math, I can't count. Yeah, right now you have Braxton Reese just putting down the fastest laps on track right now with a 17.4 for that one, and the rest of them are in 17.5, 17.6s, so that man is just running away or trying to. But Johnny is not going to let it happen. He will fill up his rear mirror, his rear view mirror, and be like, hey, no matter how much you run, I'm here. Trying to get in the head of Braxton Deweese. As you have Justin Wilson in the back there trying to make his way up to the front runners. Let's make his way around Benson now. He is also one that is quite focused. He gets on the inside of Benson. Can he make it work? Oh, they're running tight together, but no contact. Very respectful racing so far. Benson gets a little wiggly on the outside, coming off the corner. I can't speak now. I'm just gonna keep going. Yes, I believe this is the onboard of Justin Wilson onboard of Benson, sorry, as he tries to muscle around Justin Wilson, trying to keep him back behind him. And they're quite even. These setups must be darn near identical. You just see both of them just a little bit of wheel work needed, not necessarily turning on a dime, but that's normal. As Justin clears Benson here, and he's off to fight Phillips. And he's very easily around Phillips. It was a bit easier of a battle than Benson, but different setups, different driving styles. Maybe he was able to get advantage of Phillips more than he could get advantage of Benson. And now Justin is now hungry for that front. As you still have Braxton Deweese running away from second place of Johnny Rapp. Rob Lidl is still there. He's still filling up Johnny's rear view mirror. Justin's got a lot of track to make up to get to Braxton. He's got about half a straightaway on him. I believe we have some battling on the back pack here. Not quite. They were side by side, Benson and Phillips, but it wasn't happening. Although Steve S is looking up the bumper of Paul Hahn. That is a more interesting race than the front sometimes, is the battle for not last. And these fellas do not want to be last. Here, a little bit of a spread out action happening here, but there's nothing that's not exciting yet, as you have Johnny putting down a faster lap than Braxton that time around. Just by a little bit, but it's still something. You have Benson Weaver eyeing up the competition of Jacob Phillips. Trying to figure a way around him, seeing what he's doing, Taking in notes. He's got one hand on the wheel, one hand on the notepad. Don't ask me how he is drawing on the notepad, but he's got an eye on it. You have Jacob Phillips getting a bit tight, it looks like. Oh, very tight, it looks like. Giving the outside, opening the door for Benson, and Benson says, thank you very much, sir, and just cruises on by. And looking up front here, while that battle is happening, Justin is on the back bumper of Rob Lidl. That did not take long, ladies and gentlemen. Rob Lidl is falling off a little bit, but it's not anything to worry about. This is still a long race here. Justin's able to get door to door with Rob. He's not going to give him all the room in the world. He's going to give him enough room to race him. Or will they touch a little bit? That drifts Rob Lidl up the track. Is Rob going to try to send it back? He's looking like he's going to think about it. Oh, the voices are getting louder. The thoughts are getting thoughtier. He's making it work. He just cannot get in a door into the inside of Justin. I don't think with the wind and the humidity and the tire wear going on, I don't think you can make a work on the outside happen just yet. It is cold out, so there's a bit of grip out there, and the sun's not out, so it's going to keep getting cooler. But I don't think Rob is confident on the outside, so he's going to try to find a door on the inside of Justin, but we'll see if he can make something happen. As we have a side-by-side battle for not last, my favorite race of the race, between Steve Vest and Paul Hahn. Door to door for about a lap now. Steve Vest gets clear of him, but will Paul Hahn let it happen? No, he gets to the outside of Steve Vest. Steve Vest just slacked off a little bit, wasn't too confident going in that corner, and just lets Paul go. Paul Hahn says, "Thank you very much, sir," and continues on his way as Braxton DeWeese is just running away. He's leaving the field in the dust. Nobody's touching this man right now. As I say that, he runs up the track as good of a commentator curse, and that gives Johnny an opening to close the gap a little bit. Still a little bit of a faster lap last time. We'll see what happens this time where he drifted up the track. Identical lap times between the two. We have Justin Phillips coming into the pits. I know he was saying about a tight feeling. Is he going to put new tires on it is what I'm wondering. Maybe he has some damage that we may have missed as he tries to find his pit crew. Just anybody service that car. As again, you have Braxton DeWeese running away from Johnny, or trying to. Johnny is hounding him down though. We're coming to the end here. We're coming to about 5 to go, almost 6 to go. Steve S looking in his mirror, thinking where they are. They're not seeing anything, so he's like, "Hey, one, pedal down, brother." Keep following it up into Paul Hahn for the battle for not last. And you just have Johnny inch by inch approaching Braxton DeWeese. Jacob Phillips, I think, is parking it for the day. He has left it in the pit stall. He has left his car. The helmet's still in there, though, so I might just jump in there for him. Yeah, we got a bit of a spread out action again. This seems to be a bit of an accordion effect race, where we'll get spread out for a bit, then everything comes together again. You do have a few people on an island by themselves. You have a little bit of Rob Lidl just eyeing up the competition here. He's just cruising at this point. We have 4 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. Can Johnny catch him? I do not know. They seem to be trading fast laps between the two. Yeah, the 4th place position of Rob Lidl, just hoping something happens. And here's the... This is the closest battle yet. It's the battle for not last. I don't know who I'm rooting for. We're coming to 3 to go here, 2 to go here almost. And these two are not letting each other finish last, I tell you. Steve Vest is hounding down the back bumper of Paul Hahn, thinking, "I'm not getting last, brother. You're getting last. I'll tell you that much right now." There's the onboard of Braxton DeWeese. I believe we are coming to the white flag. Possibly the... No, white flag, we're good. My ticker's my internal clock's just a lap ahead. But we're coming to the final lap here. I don't think anybody can make anything happen by the looks of it. I think your top 3 is locked in unless something drastic happens, thus a wall ride. Maybe someone does a Hail Melon, but no. Braxton DeWeese, I believe that is leading flag to flag, brings it home for his crew and his wallet. There was no payout for this race, but I'm pretty sure his wallet's going to be hurting because he's going to Wendy's to celebrate. Yeah, that was a good race. We had a pretty fun time there. Yeah, just Braxton DeWeese just putting an eye on himself. He's not a stranger to that one. He does his little victory burnouts here, burning her down for all Scott's left. Yeah, as your finishing positions for this intense feature race, you have the number 8 of Braxton DeWeese bringing it home in first, making his fans, his family, himself happy, everything else. Johnny Rapp coming home in second, which is a pretty good drive from him, can't complain. Justin Wilson coming home third, Rob Liedel in fourth, Benson Weaver, in fifth, Paul Hahn in sixth, Steve Vest in seventh, Jacob Phillips in eighth, and Brian Brops, who could not start this race, in ninth. There could have been some technical difficulties I do not know. I'd have to ask him later on. Yeah, after that exciting finish, we have a few people to talk to now. We got our third place finisher waiting here, so I might as well drag him in here in a second. And I'll ask him how it was, how he's able to rally up. Really, like man, that man, he'll get wrecked out. Next thing you know, he's in the top three. And everybody, put your hands together and welcome the number 58 of Justin Wilson. Welcome to the booth, Justin Wilson, driver the number 58. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right.
That's good. That's good. I gotta ask, because this has happened many a times. How are you able to get wrecked out on the car's in pieces, and you still rally up to a top three finish?
I don't know. That was a struggle. It seems like we're either wrecking or we're winning. So, it comes and goes. But yeah, I knew tonight was going to be a struggle. The car was on a little looser side than I kind of wanted it to be, and I thought maybe I'd be better on long run if I did it, but I was kind of slower on the short run speed, which probably why I kind of got caught up in a lot of stuff. You know, we drew last on the pill draw this tonight, so it kind of sucks when you
Yeah,
have
no,
to,
I saw you lost the lottery
you know,
there on the heat
yeah,
race, but
you only get 8 laps to try to make your way as far up as you can, because if you have to start, you know, towards the very back on these feature races, it's tough to get up there and make the position, especially when you wreck again too in the feature like we did. The damage wasn't too bad. We had a little bit of toe damage, but we still had a little bit of the speed left in the car. But I don't think I had enough for those guys unless we had a kind of a late caution and I was able to go like get a fresh set of tires or maybe fix a little bit of it. But I'm happy with third place though.
you rallied her back up to third. I do think the wind was playing in a factor. It was I think 8 mile an hour southeastern, so I think that's coming off of turn four. That's how a lot of cars get like a little bit sideways out of there. So the wind may have been playing a factor as well. So you gotta rig up. You gotta prepare for multiple different things with this race. I tell you.
Oh yeah, I don't think wind was an issue on my car because we kind of sandwiched the left side pretty early on, so I think aerodynamics was out the window.
Oh yeah. Hey, maybe it helps you. You don't know.
No, they definitely did not help.
But before we let you go here again, congratulations on your third place finish. Do you have anybody you want to thank? Anybody you want to shout out to?
Yeah, man. Thank you guys for putting the show on tonight. Slingshot, obviously. The league itself's a lot of fun. I'll be in the booth here for our ARCA race coming up, so looking forward to that. Good luck to you guys that are in it.
I still gotta get my wheel set up.
You should probably do that, man.
I will hear after this. Yes, it's always great to have you in the booth here. It's always fun to see you rally back up. It's if I had to give you a subtitle, it'd be the rallier. You know what I mean? Like,
I'll take it.
oh yes. Anyways, that was your third place finisher, Justin Wilson. It's been a great time talking to yous. There you go. Messed up the clicking a little bit, but we're good. And now it's time to bring down our second place finisher. Probably the most exciting, part one of the most exciting heat finish we've ever seen of all time. Welcome to the stage, their second place finisher, the number 52, Johnny Rapp. Welcome, Johnny, to the booth. Probably the most exciting heat race finish we've seen today. You are part of it. I mean, again, also finishing up in second. Second seems to be your number today. How was the race today?
Yeah, well, hey, I thought it was pretty fun. Yeah, man, I don't know. Man, I felt like I could hang with Braxton. That's pretty much the first time this season in these super late models that I felt like I was okay, and I didn't practice at all. So maybe that's a sign. But yeah, it really all came down to the end of that heat race. Braxton on that outside, just perfectly timed, and yeah, able to get by me. I got a little loose, and yeah, at the beginning of the race, same thing. I was on the outside. I hadn't ran up there yet. I got a little loose myself, and Braxton was able to clear me and run his full line through the corners, and hey, that was it, man. He just kind of slowly pulled away, and he got about a half second gap, and kind of stayed about the same the whole feature. So yeah, shout out to him. I mean, hey, that's what it's all about. You got to put yourself in them positions and take advantage of it when you can.
Exactly. And like, I was watching your two your guys's hit the mic a little bit. Sorry, I was watching your guys's lap times, in like every lap during like the middle of that race, you were just trading fastest laps between the two. Like one lap, Braxton would be faster. The next lap, you'd be faster. Like it was quite a fun time to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, hey, it was fun to drive too, and I swear,
Yes.
man, we gotta look to see if he might have had a block under his gas pedal or something. If that's the case, but either way, yeah, it was a lot of fun. Lucky to stay clean. No problems for me tonight. I know there were some problems. I guess further back in the pack, I didn't really get a whole lot of an idea of what happened there. But up front, clean racing, I'm all about it.
There's a load of binging and bogging, bopping and banging, but happens to these tracks. These things are a bit sketchy, so accidents are prone to happen here with this track and car combo.
Absolutely.
Yes. Anyways, before we let you go here, again, congratulations on your second place finish here at the Slingshot Short Track Racing Championship. Do you have anybody to shout out, anybody to thank?
Well, thank you, Jacob and Cam, in the booth here tonight. Overdrive Automotive Media putting on another great show for us. We really do appreciate it. Hang on one second.
It's busting out the book.
Oh my, yeah. Sorry, I'm struggling over here, but yeah, everybody that shows up, Braxton, on a great race there. My teammate Justin able to get back up to third place there. Shout out to him. I know Rob was doing pretty good there for a little while, and yeah, I mean, hey, everybody that comes out, we really appreciate it. Everybody that supports the Slingshot League, and yeah, hey, we love it. So
It's definitely been a fun time, and we're welcome to anybody who wants to try this out, man. It's been the more the merrier, really, but it's been a fun time watching this season.
it's been a blast to drive too.
Yes. Anyways, I'm gonna let you go here. That is your second place finisher, Johnny Rapp. Again, congratulations. Yeah.
Thank you.
And that is all for Johnny Rapp here. Now time to bring in the man of the hour, the man leading flag to flag. I know how that feels. I can tell you that much. It is the fan favorite. Everybody's hooting and hollering. I got trumpets playing in my ear. It is the number 8, sorry, of Braxton Deweese. Welcome to the stage, your race winner, flag to flag, if I'm not mistaken. Braxton Deweese, how you doing?
Doing pretty good back in Victory Lane here. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I was waiting to be able to call your victory here. Man, I called it first time and I missed it since.
Yeah, well, I'm glad we're able to give you the other opportunity. Hopefully, there's a couple more before the end of the year. I know we're just about the halfway mark. I don't know if we got 10 or 12 races. Either way, we're pretty much close to it.
We're definitely, I think this is exactly half, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry. But again, you were part 2 of the my voice is going away. 1 second. Sorry about that. So you were part 2 of the best finish in heat race history at this track. And you were again leading flag to flag. How was the whole day for you, man?
Pretty good. Rob made a couple changes to the setup, which definitely helped with the center off problem I've been having. It's pretty much just around the center. I've been fighting just a little bit of tightness in the corner, just front end not really rotating, but he helped a little bit with that, making a couple adjustments, and um, it helped it definitely helps when you're in clean air just in general, but with that adjustment, it definitely helped as well. So shout out to Rob for that. He was pretty quick early on. He might have set the fastest lap, but he fell off there a little bit. So try to work a little bit to not only get myself faster, but get him up there so he can try to be racing for a win as well. And
Exactly.
it's definitely a good points day for not only me but for him as well. So hopefully we can just pick it up and just keep learning what each race does to the setup and what changes we make to it, and just try to change a couple things, try to make big changes, little changes. I mean, I don't really know much about setups. I know Rob knows a little bit more than I do, so we'll just try to make some changes and communicate with each other and just see what works best with the both of us, and try to get that 1-2 sometime. That'd be pretty cool. I know that's our goal.
That's the most interesting thing about this series here, where we are halfway into the race and people are still making little adjustments to the setup, and like it's been one of the more interesting things on my end, at least. Although, before we get to sponsors and thanking, I gotta ask: did you know that you won that heat race?
No, I went into turn one, went into turn two, and I waited for it to change and waited for the spotter to say something and didn't change, and the spotter said, "You won," like how he does. So I was like, "All right, let's go." That's definitely important for the heat race, or for the feature race. But honestly, if I would have started second, I honestly think starting second here, when you have to go on the green, is an advantage.
Mm,
If you get a good restart on the outside, if you're on it, the run is definitely on the outside if you can get your car rolling up there and keep the bottom lane down, as well as keeping your left front to the right rear quarter panel. And Johnny was able to do that. He got into the wall just a little bit down the back stretch, and that was just enough for me to be able to get clear into three and be able to just take control after that, especially on the restarts. I was able to go when I wanted in the restart box and just have a little bit more control of the races, which is exactly what I needed. So
oh yeah.
glad we could have that and get the win.
Yes. But again, before we let you go here, before we let the Slingshot guys take over the booth, do you have anybody you want to thank? Anybody you want to shout out here?
Yeah, most definitely. Obviously, the big old sponsor on the hood and the on the side of the car, Interstate Ford, they help out a bunch, as well as Happy Karaoke, Three Dips Ice Cream Shop, Steak Time, Dewey's Renovations, Elevated TV, Paid Leave, Wooden Nickel Band, Short Track Report, Scrubbing Tires Media, Evan Pineta Designs, Our Pizza over in Winchester, Indiana, for helping sponsor the Roadster Series when we raced there at Winchester. I just had my race there this past Friday, and it went pretty good. We definitely were a little bit more consistent, and just overall had a little bit better pace this go
Mm,
around than we did Labor Day weekend. So it's definitely
that's good.
good to have, especially on the same tires that we had. So we're improving. We're gonna keep on improving, make some changes over this off season with the car. Make it a little bit lower to the ground, a little bit more aggressive, and hopefully that gives us a little bit more speed. So I can work with it, and I'm gonna work out a little bit more myself to be a little bit more prepared to drive these cars around that track because they don't have any power steering. And
Oh
man,
yeah.
if you got noodle arms like I do right now, it could be a little difficult. So we got some work to do, but all in all, it's definitely a learning curve, and I'm just appreciative to be in the have the opportunity to do it. So appreciate all the sponsors for helping out and supporting, as well as everybody that tunes into the broadcast, my live streams. It's definitely pretty cool. I'll have my YouTube video with all my footage out hopefully the middle of this week, and hopefully we can share that around, and hopefully y'all enjoy it.
Yes, I'll send it to everybody I know, everybody I've talked to, everybody I haven't talked to, really. And again, congratulations on your win here today. It's been a heater of a race, really. It was kind of stretched out near the end there, but we had some moments here and there. But I think we got bailed out. I hear the Slingshot guys pounding on the door, so we'll have to let you go here, Braxton.
That's all good. I appreciate you, Jacob and Cam. Y'all have a good one.
Have a good one, brother.
Thank you.
And that is all for our interviews here today. What a barn burner of a race. Again, thank you all for watching here. Thank you for listening to me. We have found the limits of my voice because it did go away there while interviewing Braxton, but it's fine. And yeah, just hop on over to Slingshot Racing TV here for the ARCA race that's going to start in about half an hour, which you will see the both of us racing here. So be sure to jump over there and give us some support, give us some rallying, you know what I mean? And make sure to subscribe to the Overdrive YouTube channel. We'll be back on Sunday, around the same time as this race for the mini stock series. And yeah, that's all I got. Cam, you got any closing words or?
Nah, I'm just in the background here.
Yeah, we've had Cam rigging up many things in the background.
But
Yes.
all right, I guess that does